class, I'm going to explain about what is layout. What is layout? At the same time, layout management. Layout, M-A-N-A-G-E, management. Layout management. Today, I'm going to explain what is layout and what is layout management. At the same time, what are the different layouts? What are different layouts we have? Okay, next one, different components. Different Android UI components. UI components is nothing but what is text view, what is edit text, what is button. Yeah, UI stands for user interface. Means if user wants to communicate with that application, he has to click the button. He has to enter something in edit text. He has to view some text, whatever you are text are you entering, just for editing purpose. Okay, this type of components, we have some n number of components. Now I'm going to explain the all components. So for that, see, once again I'm going to create the new project. Just observe carefully here. File menu, new, Android application project, Android UI components components. Next one, the package name com dot sra dot code force dot screen. This is what one package name. Here the minimum required SDK is 2.22. Sorry, 2.2. The name is Froyo and the API version is 8 and the target SDK is 4.4. API version is 19 and the compile with 4.4. API version is 19. So theme, here I don't want any theme, just so that's why I'm choosing as a none. Next one, here some text. Okay, here what I want to do here, I want to give as a UI. Okay, means I will get the, okay, next one, next, and click on finish. Click on finish. Now I created one simple Android project which name Android UI components. Now I'm going to close unrelated applications. Now I'm going to close unrelated applications. Before that, I want to start my emulator. As emulator, I'm using a Genymotion. I'm deleting unnecessary folders. Yes, okay, delete. Next one, go to your resource, delete those two folders, and even we can delete the menu also. Next one, go to values, insert the styles, and here we have to remove the parent tag. Yes, I removed. Next one, go to your src. Next one, here what I have to do here, go to your layout file, whatever code you have inside the fragment.main.xml, just copy that code and replace the code inside activity main.xml and delete the fragment main_main.xml and go to your main activity, and instead of action bar activity, just you have to say activity. So here also delete some unnecessary code. The brackets and opening and closing, those are important. After that, select, press Ctrl plus Shift plus O. Ctrl plus Shift plus O. Okay, the purpose of CTRL plus SHIFT plus O. The purpose of this key is fix all imports. Fix all imports. Yeah, this is what. Okay, so now what I want to do here I'm going to activity main.xml. If you want to see the graphical view of your activity main.xml, just click on the graphical layout. So this is what graphical layout. First, what I want to do here, I want to delete those all unnecessary codes. Deleted. Now I'm changing the relative layout to linear layout. I'm changing the relative layout to linear layout. Open and closing. Here, what is linear layout? What is linear layout? Here, first, what is the layout? Layout is nothing but it's a component. It's a container simply. It's a container. Container means which can hold some components. Which can hold some component. For example, if I take my bag contains some different items like book, pen and purse and whatever it may be, some whatever components I want to use. Those all whatever I'm placing inside the bag, those are called components, and the bag is nothing but the container. Here the container holds some different components. Is here as a layout. Here layout is called a container. As a layout, mainly we have two types of layouts. One is, so how many types of layouts? We have two types of layouts. One is the linear layout, another one is a relative layout. One is a linear layout, another one is a relative layout. So the purpose of linear layout is to arrange our components horizontally or vertically. To arrange our components or horizontally or vertically. But relative layout is nothing but to arrange our components based on parent and child relation. Based on parent and child relation. Today I will tell you in-depth explanation of the linear layout. Okay, so linear layout, simply see, I create the linear layout. Whenever you open the tag, we should close the tag. So this is what opening and this is what closing. Always the closing tags contain this slash. Next one, the bit is match parent, means how much screen bit you have. At the same time, it is also this one. Next one already we know. Android column, if you want to change the background, we have to use the background at the rate of Android column color. I'm giving as a color as a black. Next one, here Android column orientation. Orientation. Yes.
How did you get that suggestions, like suggestions?
Very good, very good. It's a good question. See, so if you want to get automatic suggestions, we have one shortcut. Just type LINE, then press Control place. Press Control key plus space. Okay, then automatically those suggestions will come. Okay, so we have to type the component name. We have to type the means the one or two words. See, Android column orientation. Generally, I don't want to type the everything. I want to type Android column BA. See, automatically it's coming. Automatically it's coming. Okay, generally we don't need to type anything. But before that, our program should not contain any error. Then only it will show. Background at the rate of, then Control plus. See, at the rate of AN, then Control space, Android column color BL, Control space. Means I don't need to type everything. Android column OR, Control space. Okay, Android column OR, Control space. Next one, the orientation. Here we don't need to type. Just press the Control space. Here the orientation I want to put as a vertical. The orientation I want to put as a vertical. Next one, I taken one text view. The width of the text view I given as a match parent. Then the height of the text view I given as a wrap content. Now in this program, what I want to do here, I want to create some simple login page which contains heading and two text views and two buttons. Which contains heading, two text views and two buttons. The first one, so further what I want to do here, just go to in strings .xml. Here I am declaring some strings. String name equals to some variable name. Suppose UN name, username, the value. Control C, and password, PASSWORD, password. The name I am giving as PWD. Next one more thing I want. See, I am not typing anything, just I am doing copy and paste. Okay, so that I can save the time. Next one, the button LOGN login. LOGN login. And here CL here clear. CL here clear. Okay, so this is what the variable name, the respective value. Okay, the variable name is user defined. Here the value is also the user defined. That's your wish, whatever you want to give. Okay, next one, string name equals to here heading. Okay, heading I am giving sign on. Okay, sorry, heading I am giving LOGN login as screen, whatever you want, that's your wish. Then go to your activity main.xml. Here as a text, Android column at the rate of string of See, just press the control space and select whatever you want. I'm selecting a heading. So this is what. Okay. The background color I change it to black. I'm changing from black to white. Yeah. Next one, this is what your text view. See, this is what your text view. Now the text view alignment I want to align in the center. So for that, what should we use? Android column gravity I'm using as a center. Android column, now the text will be aligning at center. Next one, I want to change the background of a text color, text view. Android column background at the rate, okay, ash FFAADB means somewhat background color. Okay. Next one, I want to change the text color. Android column text color at the rate of Android column color white. I'm changing the text color to white. At the same time, I want to change the font also. Android column text style. I'm using italic. Okay. Now, suppose if you want to bold and italic, then you have to use one symbol called R symbol. This one. Okay, bold and italic. Now, so this is what one text view. After the text view here, I'm going to create edit text. Next, another important thing is, whenever you put any component, always you better to give the ID. ID is nothing but it's a one unique ID for the text view. So your ID I'm giving to put the ID, we have to use the keyword called attribute called Android column ID at the rate of plus ID by text view head. Here the TV head is a user defined and at the rate of plus ID is a predefined. We have to mention some name. Okay, next one, Android column ID I'm giving at the rate of plus ID by edit text UNM. Android column layout underscore width of the edit text match parent. Android column layout underscore height wrap content. And that's in the Android column layout underscore margin top. I want to 10 dp. At the same time, Android column layout underscore.
Excuse me, Shravan.
Yes.
Here, while in the text view, while giving the text color, you have used @Android.
Yeah.
But why didn't you use it for text style?
Yeah. Text.
Text style. I mean, italic and bold. You didn't use that @Android, right? So
Yeah.
why are we using it
Very
for
good.
that?
It's a good question. See, the Android at the rate of plus ID means is a predefined. It's a predefined. Here, the text color at the rate of Android column color means the color which is available in default by Android. Means the text color always, see, this is the syntax, always we should follow the rules. I mean the text color means I am giving some color, but the text style means only, see, the text style, when I press the space, did you observe I am getting some automatic options? Hello? Bro, did you observe I am getting automatic options like normal, bold? Okay, based on that you have to select.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, based on that
Okay,
we have to
gotcha.
select. That is what. Okay. Guys, ask me any doubts, this type of doubts. Then only I am very much interesting to explain it. Android column layout margin top, layout and margin left I want 10 dp. At the same time, Android column layout underscore margin right I am using a 10 dp. Next one, Android column hint at the rate of string username. So this is what one text view. Control A, Control Shift F, Control F. Control plus Shift plus F is for formatting. Control plus Shift plus F is for formatting. C. Format means for alignment. Format for alignment. What is the shortcut key? CTRL. First one we have to select all. Select all. After that CTRL plus SHIFT plus F. Control plus Shift plus F is nothing but format. Okay. Next I am copying that. Control C. I am pasting one more edit text. And I should change the ID. Edit text username. Now I am changing the edit text password. and match parent left, okay. But here I want to give margin top as 20, okay. The hint I want to display password. Next one, in edit text, whatever you enter,
Shravan, uh,
yes,
what can you explain, like what is the use of ID and what is the use of hint?
yeah. Once I will run this program, then you easily can get it. Okay, ID is nothing but some unique ID you are giving. ID is nothing but one unique ID for this text view. Why? Because whatever you are writing here, that is only for view purpose only. In later situation, what I want to perform, when I press one button, I want to get the text from this edit text. I want to get the text from this edit text. So that case, based on this ID, I can get this text view I can get this edit text object, and I can use in my programming with the help of Java code. Okay, for that purpose I give an ID. Next one here, int is nothing but okay, here what is mean by int is nothing but, suppose in Google, suppose I'm opening in hint is nothing but before entering anything it will show some default text. Before entering anything it will show some default text, but whenever you enter even one single character it will vanish and the latest text will be shown. I will tell you now. Okay, next one, Android column input type equals to text password. Then only this field, means whatever text you are entering inside the edit text, the text will be visible in the form of asterisk. In the form of asterisk. So this is what. So what I want to do here, first I want to run this application. So right click, close unrelated projects, okay, right click, run as Android application. Android application. Essentially it's taking some time to load. I choose it and I don't want to ask second time. Yeah, will you observe here? See, before entering some text, what the message is showing, username, but when I enter anything, okay, the text was vanishing. Actually here, okay, I want to change the text color of the edit text. Android column text color at the rate of Android color black. Why? Because by default I think it's taking some different color. Android UI components. Yeah. Could you observe here? Without entering anything, it's showing username. But when I enter even single character, simply that was vanishing. So hint means it's giving some hint. It's giving some hint. Okay? Is it clear, Apurva and Amani? Is it clear what is I mean by hint?
Is clear.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Shravan.
Yes. Okay, see, in password, whenever if I enter anything, suppose S R A V A N. Will you observe? After entering, it's changing into star. Then you may have wondered, Shravan, why it's showing some fraction of millisecond the same word? Why? Because the mobile means when I press the S, it may play. Sorry, the keyboard size is some very small. So that's why given some time before changing normal text to the text. Okay, star. Okay, so whenever I put the input type equals to text password, then only that whatever text we are entering, it becomes a password field. Now, what I want to do here, inside the linear layout, see what I'm doing here, inside that linear layout, I'm taking one more linear layout, Android column, layout underscore, width, match parent, Android column, layout underscore, height, layout underscore, height, wrap content. Okay, next one, your Android column orientation I'm giving as a horizontal. Orientation I'm giving as a horizontal. Horizontal, vertical means it will align one after another one, but the horizontal means it's nothing but one beside of another. Okay, see what I want to do here. Inside that linear layout, I'm taking two buttons. First one is a button 1, Android column ID equals to at the rate of plus ID by btn logn login. Android column layout underscore width, suppose width I am giving as a 200 dp. Android column layout underscore height I am giving as a wrap content. Android column text at the rate of string login. This is what button 1. See, what is the width of this button? The width of this button I given as a 200 dp. One minute. Hello. Good evening, Rishabh. Tell me. Sorry, Ramesh. Tell me, Ramesh. What can they be? Means 10:30 means 7:30 my time. Almost is a 7:30 now. Yeah, 8 o'clock. Okay. Ramesh, do one thing. Before 5 minutes, call me. Okay? Okay. Yeah. I'm in class. Call me before 5 minutes. Bye bye. Yeah. See? So button, the one is a button login, another one is I want to click as button clear. The text I want to clear, the clear. If you want to see the graphical layout, now what I want to do here, I want to change the button background color. Android column, the background at the rate of Android column color black, Android column text color. Okay, so I don't want to change any other colors. I want to put as the default. First I'm going to run Android UI components. See, one is the login, another one is a clear. Okay, but did you observe here any error in this design? Yes, are you viewing any error in this design? Or is this design is okay?
Yes, Shravan.
What is the error in this?
The clear button.
Yeah, it's not visible.
Alignment
Okay.
of the buttons is not.
Okay, but if I change my screen to orientation is changing, then also the look is good or it's something is bad? Something is bad. Why? Because the UI is not that much of good. So that case what I want to do here, instead of specifying the sizes manually, instead of specifying the sizes, a width I am putting as a 0 dp. Width I am putting as a 0 dp. Here I am adding one more tag, Android column layout underscore weight. Weight I am giving as 1. Here also weight I am giving as a 1. So that case what will happen? Observe here, 1 means inside the linear layout it occupies 100%, it occupies 100%. So that case what will happen? This linear layout assume width is a 200. Okay, 100% it will occupy this button, another 100% occupies this button. So right click, run. Now see, is this sorry, now the design was good or any wrong here? Now this design is okay. Even if I change the orientation also, the button sizes are adjusted automatically, or do we have to mention the sizes manually? Here we no need to mention the sizes manually. So automatically will adjust. The reason is, so the width is I'm giving as a 0 dp, but the weight means how much space, means how much width I should occupy. Suppose assume this login button I want to occupy 2%, sorry, assume the entire this button I want to occupy 75%, this button I want to occupy 25% of width. So that is what I have to do here, 75 here. Otherwise here you can mention 0.75, that's your wish, whatever it may be, but now I'm mentioning as a 75. In 75% of width occupies this button 1, and this button I want to occupy 25%. 25% S. See, this is 75%, it occupying the 25%. When I change the orientation also, now also same. So that is the mean by Android column weight. Okay. So in Android, very important, we should design, means our design should be support for multiple screens. Our design should be support for multiple screens. Okay, in maximum cases we should not put width and height in terms of direct values. Okay, always we better to use with the help of weight and some other attributes. We have to give the width and height. We have to give the width and height. Okay, am I clear, or is this any doubt in this? Okay, username.
Sure. Can
Someone?
you explain more about the? Hello?
More about?
When you said like you have to.
See,
It's
yeah.
better you to use weight instead of numbers. You said.
Yeah. So here in layout management, we have to. It's very important in Android concept. Why? Because Android supports multiple screen sizes, means multiple resolutions. Okay, suppose here I am having an emulator. The emulator now it's having the size of the emulator is 480 into 800. But if I change my orientation, now the size is 800 into 480. This is normal device. Suppose if I take in one tablet, it having the size of the tablet is around 7 inches. Suppose if I want some other tablets, the size of the tablet is 10 inches. Even if I take some small devices, the size is around, it takes 3.5 to 4 inches. So whenever we design anything, our design should support for multiple screens. Our design should support multiple screens. Okay, so here width, if I given directly as 100 dp or something, then that case what will happen? Always the button width is 100 dp. So if it is a small screen, what will happen? It's a design is okay. But if your screen size is big, so that case the button will be visible, but the remaining space it will waste. Okay, means the remaining space will be waste. Okay, so that's why instead of specifying the width is 100 dp, here I am specifying it 0 dp. Means in this situation I am not specifying the weight, but the weight. So here the weight attribute should be, the weight attribute I can use the inside the linear layout only. Means the linear layout width is match parent. Inside the linear layout I taken 2 buttons. Those buttons I am placing horizontally. Horizontally is nothing but one after another one. Means side, one by one side. Okay, the first button is occupies one, assume the one, the second person is also, button also occupies one. Simply the both buttons will share equally the width of this linear layout. The both buttons will share equally the width of the linear layout. So that is the mean by weight attribute. Means how much weight it should occupy this button. Suppose this button I want to occupy 60%, this button I want to occupy 40%. Now see, this button occupies 60% of space, this button occupies 40% of space. Why? Because okay, that's one, that is that too with horizontally only. That too is horizontal only. Even if it is a landscape or portrait, even if it is a small, any screen is any screen. So that is the mean by this. Even I can put 50 also. Then this button occupies 50% and this button is also occupying 50%. Even if you want to put one more button, what I want to do here? Control C. Here. BTN. Next. Means I want to view the next screen. The text here directly I want to give next screen. So inside one linear layout I am placing 3 buttons. The first button occupies 50%, the second button occupies 50 and third button also 50. Then assume it will take the linear layout width as 150. In the 150 it will share, the 3 buttons will share equal memory. Why? Because I given the equal numbers. So that is what simply the layout management. See, they are occupying equal spaces. So this is what simply. Okay, is it clear what is? So this is what 8 text. This is also 8 text. Here I am having some buttons. So this is login screen. This is what one text view. So this is what simply some design. Means how we should design our application. Now I'm going to explain the very important concept. Up to now I concentrated on only.
Shravan,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, in your code, you didn't mention anything about the text size. So, like when I was doing my project, the default text size was very small. So, how did you set that?
Then manually you have to, okay, see the
Like
in,
it's not set in this code, right? Like how it is coming so perfectly in the
yeah,
Genymotion.
so not Genymotion, that is in every Android device. In system settings, means in device settings, we have one option called font. Mm, settings, I think we have one. We can have one option called font icon. We can using some font applications, maybe display wallpaper. Yeah, did you observe the font size here? Here. When I click the font size, I'm putting the normal. Now I'm changing the normal to hues. Now see, automatically the font size is increasing. Now
We
what is
did
my,
not mention anything in our code about the text size.
yeah. So did you observe the text is some little bit increased? Why? Because the
Yeah.
default size it will take. But if you mention the size inside your button, then Android column text size, Android column text size, if I given as a 20 SP, what is the error here? Yeah, spell mistake. Under the A components, see, this is what 20 SP. So instead of 20 SP, I want to do 10 SP. The 20 SP is something big. Did you observe? So if you mention the size, then 10 SP, but if not by default, means whatever settings you applied in your device, that text size will take here. So that text size will take here. Okay, automatically Android will choose. Automatically Android will choose based on your settings. Is it clear or any doubt?
And no. And those the login uh, this but is the button a keyword?
Sorry?
Uh, yeah, the login, clear, and next, are they clickable, or we need
Yeah.
to mention that also?
No. If it is a button means automatically those are clickable. Even when I click the background, did you observe the background is also changing? Means this is one effect. Okay. Even we can change that effect also. Means whenever press, I want to change the background color from this to some black. Okay. I want to change the text color. Even we can mention the type of effects also. Okay. So button means it's a by default clickable, but we have to handle some events on the buttons. We have to handle some events on the buttons. But now, tomorrow I will tell you how to handle the events. But today I will tell you some basic means. See, the code means entire designing a design inside the activity main.xml. But if you want to perform anything, then see, I'm having a main activity. Inside the main activity, which which layout I'm using? What is the layout name I'm using? I'm using a layout name activity underscore main. Means whatever layout I designed here, this layout I'm using inside the main activity. Now what we want to do is private edit text, edit text username, edit text password. Edit text password means somewhat names, that's whatever you want to give. Now edit text password equals to, we have to get the memory, we have to allocate the memory. Okay, so find u by id r dot id dot, inside the activity main.xml you have one password field now. What is the id of that password field? What is the idea given? etpwd. The id given as etpwd. We have to mention that id. That is what password. At the same time, if it is a username, ETUNM. The ETUNM and that ETPWD, those are user defined. Even METPWD is also user defined. METUNM. So this is what means Here I created two edit text objects. This edit text is an object which is available inside the Android.wizard. Inside the Android.wizard. Just here I created those objects. Now these objects is associated with the edit text which you created inside your layout. Next one more important thing is what I want to do here. In edit text, whenever I press the login button, whenever I press the clear button, I want to clear the text whatever I entered inside the edit text. Android column on click clear text clear text. So what is the mean by this? Whenever I click this button called btn clear, then it will call one method. The name of the method is clear text. The clear text is a method name that is a user defined method. Means we can put whatever name you want. Even like core4, Sashravan, whatever it may, that's your wish. Now what I want to do here, this activity main.xml is I'm adding into my view. That is what set content view means. To this activity as a view, I'm using the activity underscore main. In this public void, what is the name I given? Clear text. At the same time, open and closing brace. It takes view object, view v. So whenever I click this button, means whenever I click this clear button, that case this method will be called. In this method, what I want to do here, I want to clear the text whatever entered inside the edit text. Set text something empty. At the same time, set username also something empty. Run Android components. Here, suppose username I'm entering Shravan and password is Shravan123. When I press clear, did you observe? The text is automatically clear. The reason is, so whenever I press this button, control will go into the clear text. In clear text, what I'm doing here, simply I'm clearing the text. Next one, we may have one doubt. Shravan, we created a view with the help of XML coding, but whatever actions we want to perform, those all actions we can perform inside the activity find no name. Mean the actions we can perform inside the Java code, but the design we have to design inside the activity main.xml. So means this is what view, this is what view, this is what controlling, means I'm controlling from this class. So that's why here it's following MVC basically. MVC. M is nothing but model, V is nothing but view, and C is nothing but controller. V is nothing but view, M is nothing but model. Okay, so model is nothing but it's like some database, view is nothing but for view, and control is nothing but some controller. Means whatever design I want to do, the designing I'm implementing in some different screen, but the coding part means that if you want to perform some actions, everything I'm designing, I'm mentioning in Java part. Okay, so this is what simply. At the same time, what I want to do here, when I click this button called sign in, login, that case I want to get the text which you entered inside the username and password. I want to display those texts in some way. So if you want to perform the task, we have to give on click for this login also, and we have to get the text. In tomorrow class I will explain you how will you get the data from the text, means from the edit text. Okay, is it clear or any doubt?